Alright guys, let's look at Basic Attention Token, or BAT, on the channel for the first time. Now this is a coin that I owned in the past, guys. I don't own any of this now. Now I'm thinking about maybe picking some of this up, maybe a few hundred of it. But let's see what happens, guys. Now we're facing resistance right here at about 24 cents. And at the moment, it's already pumped, what, about 28% today. So it's looking pretty good today. I didn't see any news, though. Now, look at this trend line, guys. If we can thicken this up, this goes back about, what, a little bit more than 3 years. You're talking about early August of 2022 that this trend line really starts, and you can see it tried to break through here in March of 2024, tried to break through in December of 2024, and we're still quite far from this line. Now we have to pump up to like 30 cents or so to break this line, and I don't think that's just going to happen tonight, especially without any news. But yeah, I mean, it is finally working its way up. It's been actually down below about, what, 20 cents here since about February. So this is starting to show a little bit of life finally. Now as for the volume profile here, guys, we are still below the point of control. That actually is at about 27.26 cents. That's this white line right here. You can see we are actually about right here, guys. We're just now trying to break through the second largest volume candlestick. So we really need to break through, like I said, about 30 cents here, maybe 31, 32 cents. Then that will get us above these two giant volume candlesticks, and the volume will pretty much go down from there. We do have a couple of small speed bumps along the way to get back up to $1. But I do think, you know, this will probably run pretty hard after about, let's say, 46 cents or so. So let's see. You know, it's looking good for now. Let's take a look at some of these other indicators, though. Now, the Bollinger Bands here are quite narrow. I mean, look how narrow this is, guys. Back when you had about the same amount of narrowness, this was back in November of 24, you did have a pop up to about, what, almost 40 cents here. So is this the start of a similar pop? It could be, guys. Maybe this will actually take us through this trend line. And yeah, just have to kind of wait and see. Let's look at this in the daily time frame, though. It actually is a little bit more wide here. So I don't think on the daily time frame this is playing any role in this little price action. But maybe on the weekly time frame, because it's so narrow, we are getting a little bit of a pop, but it's not a pinch, guys. We really need to see more of a pinch when it comes to the Bollinger Bands, but we don't have that here. But we do have some narrowness. Now, on the monthly time frame here on the stochastic and RSI, both of these are coming up pretty heavily here. And on the monthly time frame, this actually looks pretty good. Now, the weekly time frame, it's almost overheated on both here. This is right on the line on stochastic here, and this is just shy of this line. So pretty shortly on the weekly time frame, this will be overheated, unfortunately. The daily time frame, the RSI is, again, just barely in the overheated territory, but stochastic is coming up pretty heavily here. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. It is actually overheated on both and looking like it's going to start coming down here on stochastic. The RSI is slightly pointed up, though, sitting at a 75, so it still can run up a little bit more. But yeah, this stochastic is going down and it has crossed that red line. So 1-hour time frame, actually it looks like this blue line on stochastic wants to cross back down possibly. So we may see another crossing here, and then it may make another run, but it is overheated almost here on the RSI. It's kind of riding the line, might be even slightly pointed down, but it's right on that line almost. So in my opinion, not looking too good. Now the 15-minute time frame here, blue line is just about to cross this red line to the upside, so it's just right under being overheated again. RSI is kind of slanted down, so again, not too good on most time frames. So let's just put this on a 4-hour time frame and take a look once again. Now, I don't expect to break really 24 cents. Without any news, maybe, if Bitcoin and Ethereum don't run, guys, don't expect this to break 24 cents. I do think it's going to stop here and possibly reset some of these indicators. And yeah, guys, let's take a look at the MACD now. Now the MACD here, you can see that the blue line is just starting to slope up here. We do actually have dark green candles at the moment for the last 4 months. So this is looking better. We do have a little bit bigger candle here. So I do think we're about to see a little bit more of a pop with these candles. Now on a weekly time frame, the blue line is actually pointed pretty heavily up here. We've been in a green period since the end of June. And it's actually just come out of this light green period, about to get a dark green period again once again. So that looks pretty good on the weekly time frame. Now the daily time frame actually did have a dark red day, but again, we just had that big dump the other day. It was like Thursday night, Friday morning, my time at least. And yeah, so most candles on the daily are red for the 11th of October. Whichever crypto you want to look at. But yeah, since then we do have, a couple of dark green candles. The blue line is pointed up. So guys, momentum is up for BAT. In my opinion, it's not a bad, project. You just don't hear much about it lately. Now, Basic Attention Token is the number 244 coin. It's up about 28% today, guys. The max supply is pretty low. It's only 1.5 billion, and most of this is circulating right now, so that's actually good to hear. All-time high, guys, was about $1.90, so almost $2, and this was about 4 years ago. I remember that time, guys. It's sitting about 88% down at the moment, so yeah, all-time low 8 years ago. I mean, is it going to make its all-time high? This project, probably not, unfortunately, but, having such low supply, I mean, 1.5 billion, that isn't too bad. I could see this making it back to about $1 though. Maybe $1.25, $1.30, but just probably not going to make it back to $1.90, unfortunately. Now, just so you know, you need the Brave browser, guys, if you want to make some free rewards with the Basic Attention Token. I do actually get this sent to my Uphold. As you see here, it says my balance is 0 though. But basically it just counts my ads and I get some small BAT into my Uphold wallet. I usually change this out though for other coins, guys. It's a very small amount. It used to be a lot more though, but I do support this browser and it is one of the safer browsers, guys. So you can download it. Just look for it, on Google maybe. But yeah, you do actually get paid for using this browser. Now, before I go a little farther in this video, guys, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. I have partnerships with 7 exchanges here. Guys, you can also get Moodix here, a free 7-day trial as well. If you want the world's safest cold wallet, you can get CypherRock. You can get a 17% off your CypherRocket cold wallet today if you use this link. And guys, you can follow me on X here. Now, guys, I do need to mention we do have a CME gap to the downside still. Some YouTubers have said this gap got filled, but guys, you can't fill the gap over the weekend, unfortunately. And I know this dipped down to 102, but look, guys, the wicks just come down to here. You can't fill CME gaps on the weekend. So that's a big mistake by some YouTubers to say that. And yeah, I mean, we are very close to filling this gap. We're only about $4,000 away from the top side of this gap, so it's very possible we could come down and fill this gap and then get a bounce. Now, we do need to mention there is a tiny gap right here, guys, where my cursor is. I haven't marked it off because the more significant gap is to the downside. Now, taking a quick look at Ethereum here, you can see that it is getting a bounce off this box, guys. And we're sitting at $4,228 at the moment. We are coming up to a resistance at $42.48. Now, you can see this box is basically support for the last several weeks, basically here. We also touched it back here in mid-August and got a bounce. So, we have crossed this box, and it looks like this box, this area, is support for us. Now, we did fail 5 of 6 times when we got here before this run, guys. So yeah, this is a very important level to keep. Total market cap is pressing up against 3.9 trillion at the moment. I think it's slightly higher than this morning, but we do need to cross 3.9 trillion. This is a weekly time frame resistance. Now, if we go to the total market cap excluding Bitcoin, getting a little bit of a bounce, but we are back in this channel, guys. We did have a couple of fake outs here. It is a little bit worrisome, though, that we did get a much larger fake out the second time. And we really haven't had any fake outs to the upside. Now, we do have a couple of wicks, basically, that do go outside of this channel. But we see nothing like this to the top side, and that's a little bit worrying. And these, fake outs are getting deeper. So not a good sign, but again, it's not the end of the world in my opinion. Now, as for my favorite chart, guys, on the Bitcoin dominance, we're looking at this on a daily time frame. We do have this trend basically from mid-September that we've just been kind of, going up here, and it looks like it is trying to break the trend now. So let's see if this holds. But yeah, we actually have been going up for about 1 month exactly, and let's see if this becomes support for this candle or not. But yeah, right now we are breaking this trend line. Now, the USDT dominance here is going down the last couple of days, so this is nice to see because people are putting their money back in the crypto. Although today it's just been a small red candle. We need to see big red candles like this, guys, to get back where we were on Thursday, Friday. So DXY actually is moving up, guys, unfortunately. So a stronger, dollar means a weaker Bitcoin. But again, there's 4 days and 5 hours on this weekly candle. So let's see where this ends up later in the week. Now, if we look at the Bitcoin monthly returns, right now we're getting towards 1% for October. Again, that is not that much. That would be the worst October we've ever had if it closed like that. But still, we have about, 18 more days. Now, if we go up to the quarterly returns, again, Bitcoin, this is one of the best quarters for Bitcoin. Actually, it is the best because it's about 79% to the upside on average. Now, for Ethereum, a little bit different. It's, the third best quarter. Usually Q1 and Q2 are the best for Ethereum. So keep that in mind, guys. Once Bitcoin may run this quarter, we're probably going to get that last altcoin season, maybe until Q1, possibly until Q2. Liquidation heat map is coming down. It's at 460 million, which have been wrecked in the last 24 hours, unfortunately. Fear and greed at a 38, so I do think we're going to get a little bit of a bounce tomorrow, but yesterday was a 24, and the next update in 5.5 hours. Altcoin season index has gone from 47 to a 49 tonight, so starting to heat up a little bit more, but still favoring Bitcoin season. Now, bull market peak indicators, still 0 from 30 have been hit, so it's 100% hold. The Pi cycle top indicator is at 57.22% progress, and that is what 57.22% looks like. Now, tomorrow we got 3 Fed and FOMC members speaking, so that's pretty much all we got tomorrow. Now, if we look at Moodix, the sentiment is risk on. The trend is growing, and today was an excellent day, guys. This is huge. 1.41 points up. The week just started again on, it's a Monday, of course. Now, the month is positive once again, and the year is very positive. So this is, very good. Sentiment is still risk on, so that's very good for crypto assets, guys. Now, the next FOMC meeting is in about 16 days, and there's about a 97% chance that we're going to get at least a quarter point cut, so that's good to see. Now, Trueflation is showing about a 2.24% inflation rate at the moment. A little bit more elevated than yesterday, but still around the Fed's goal, guys. Crypto bubbles looking pretty good today. Look at this, SNX 63% up. But what's funny, guys, when you see things that are like 19%, usually this will be a huge bubble. But when you're seeing like 63% up and stuff like this, these bubbles aren't so big. So most of the things today are up about 5, 6, 7, 8% though, for the most part. Now check out my Tau video I did a little bit earlier today, guys. And guys, if you want to stake your basic attention token, there's 13 results here, so check that out. Don't just blindly send coins around though. And guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends. Guys, please use those links down below. It really helps me. It keeps me motivated. It keeps me going. It keeps the channel going. But unless you're trading like hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, I'm just getting pennies, guys, from commission. So would you rather give, you know, your YouTubers, your favorite YouTubers, some commission, or would you rather give the exchanges everything, guys? I think, you know, it's better to give some of your, you know, favorite YouTubers something. You know, if you can't help me, you know, by sending me a you know, super like or something like this, super thanks, you know, then you can do it this way. But anyways, guys, I thank you all. And guys, I will see you in the next one.